Okay, I'm going to show you how to make a shallow water crab trap for crabbing in shallow areas where a full-size crab trap is just going to stick out of the water and be too big. What I've used for the bulk of the trap is going to be the poultry netting, 24-inch wide, and it's a 20 mesh wire. It's a little thinner than most of the crab traps, but it was available at Home Depot, so that's what I chose. Going to need to make 3 different funnel doors, or funnels for the crabs to get in, and to do that cut out the wire mesh 5 inches with a tab on the end. So I measured from the end of the last mesh to the other end 5 inches, and then cut the wire off on the other end so that we've got something to clamp the thing in place. So we've got 5 inches of good mesh and then a little bit of tab on the end. This is cut completely across. To make the funnel, you simply fold it in half. There's a convenient line right in the middle where you fold it. Take one of those tab ends, push it under there, give it a little twist. On the other side we'll do the same. Now we're going to fold it over to make the end attached to the trap itself is going to be wider than the end that is inside the trap. Fold over about 1 inch on both sides, and then you kind of puff it out, and that forms your funnel. We're going to be attaching that to the sidewalls in just a second. It takes 3 of these. I've already pre-made the other 2. And then we'll go ahead and start with the bottom of the trap, which is going to be 30 inches long with a tab at one end. On the end that has the tab is going to be the end that we're going to fold at 6 inches. I found that using 2x4s to hold this wire down is a whole lot easier to work with. It folds up and it doesn't want to stay unrolled. So lay this down, and actually this board right here that I've got just happens to be 24 inches. It's laying around the garage, so I've used it, and it's going to be the right size. Then from here to the tab should be 6 inches, and that's what it measures. So we're going to take this, we're going to fold this trap up at that point, all the way across, same place. Move it, you can kind of pinch it a little more to get it straight up. Piece. It's going to be one wall. And again, from the base to the bottom of the thing is going to be 6 inches. So get that there in place. This is where we're going to be attaching our funnel. Kind of center it in the middle. Top of it should go to the center 2 pieces should go around this main piece and should be attached at the just below the top portion. And I'm going to bring the bottom down to just above the top of the bottom mesh, and just fold these in place. Make sure that you can see me. And just fold these tabs over. And attach these things in where they belong. After we're got everything in place in a little bit, this hole out, and we'll leave some more tabs so that we'll be doing a little bit more folding over on it. That's pretty much all there is to it. This isn't going to stand up by itself until after we have the other pieces on. Pieces I'm working with are towards the end of the roll, so they're even a little more flexible than it would be if they weren't towards the end of the roll. Okay, now here's the top piece, and this is going to be 36 inches, and we have tabs at both ends of this. We're going to put trap doors on both sides of this one. So we're going to measure down again 6 inches. From here to here. And on this side it should be also 6 inches. Up on both sides. Okay. These folds in place. And we're going to measure this down from the top to the base should be 6 inches. And that looks like what we've got. We've got 2 more funnels. Try to center these place here. Folding these around. It's a whole lot easier to attach these before you put the top and the bottom together, but you can do it once the top and bottom are together. It's just a lot easier this way. We're not going for looks here, we're just going to make good usable opening, because if we were looking for good looks, that ain't going to happen with anything like this. This wire is a little bit more flexible than a commercial trap. And this trap's probably not going to catch quite the same amount that you catch with the larger trap. But then again, the areas where I put my traps out, it's going to catch more than the larger trap, because the larger trap wouldn't going to catch anything out of the water. Okay, spin it around, put the other door on, other funnel on. These all folded up. Again, when we cut this out, we'll actually have more tabs to fold to even secure it better. some of the tabs that may not quite fit over areas where you can hook it in, fold them over anyway. You don't want to hook yourself too much. Okay, now we're going to attach the top and the bottom together. And this, found it works easier if you put it over the edge of the table to give you a little working room, and also try to attach both the ends, because I've gotten things on here wrong, gotten all the way to the end and found that I had to go start over. So I try not to do that. And now we just finish it up. Just spin them over. Go back and spin them a little better later on. But it doesn't take much to hold it in place. Now, these sides here that have no tabs on them, we're going to use some scrap wire to attach them right in the center, just for the sake of getting the two edges together, because it does leave a big enough gap where the crab could work their way out over time. And once one crab forces its way out, the others are going to follow. Okay, that corner's done. Come all around here. Stretch this all the way over. Get this one in place. Put everything under. Start folding it over and under. You can see the crab starting to take shape. It's going to be drooping at this opening where the door goes, but don't worry about that. It's where we're going to put our bait holder, and it's going to keep the trap open over there. So the tabs are almost done. To adjust the funnels a little after you get everything set. I think this funnel is a little wide down here, so kind of adjust it so that it points down, so the crabs get in it, it spreads apart and lets them in, but it's pointed down, so it makes it more difficult for them to get out. Some crabs are going to get out. Of course, I just assume never watched them get out, so